We're not gonna play some Forager like this right now, we're just gonna look at all of this. As a kid, I had a lot of trouble at school. I kept skipping classes to make toys and games. This was my dad very, very worried about my future. A few years later, he got very sick and soon passed away. Before he did, he made sure to tell me he wasn't disappointed and that I could achieve my dreams if I learned to focus and work in a team. I dropped out of school in case my dream of making video games. My family and friends were worried about. Thought it was a terrible idea. I worked very hard for a year, learned as much as I could, did my absolute best. But nobody was interested in the stuff I was making. Eventually, I ran out of money and had to move back home. Back home, my mom welcomed me with open arms and invested her life savings in my dream, barely knowing what a video game even was. After another couple of years, pressure and anxiety piled on me. I started to feel like a failure. Could I even do this? Had I made the wrong choice? I participated in a game jam and made my first version of Forager in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I was running out of money again. I decided I would participate in one last competition before giving up. I somehow managed to win a prize at this small event. This prize was a trip to USA to showcase Forager. I had all sorts of trouble along the way, including my only laptop blowing up before the showcase, but I met a lot of great people who helped out. Literally, it just blew up. A new friend I met at a conference was late to his meeting because he was having too much fun playing Forager. The person in the meeting was meeting with had to come and find him. He apologized and instead of pitching his own project, started telling this person all about Forager and how much he was having, how much fun he was having. He knew I had social anxiety and pitched the game in English. Was very hard for me. It turned out that this person worked for Humble Bumble. I don't know what that is. He liked the game and offered Forager a publishing deal. I started to realize I'm Forager working hard all alone to build something myself, something fun. Build to build the future I wanted for myself. Forager started growing and people started to volunteer to help me with the game development. I wasn't alone anymore. Together we built up Forager with years of work. I became understand and we all are Foragers. We started from the bottom and work hard to craft and build things we feel passionate about. Forager developed a very friendly and inclusive community. Thousands of people started to add their own ideas and support the project. After a long wait, Forager was released. The game even launched on several platforms. I offered to pay my mom 3 times but her original investment, but she said she wanted me to invite her to dinner and that Dad would be very proud. So let's see, that was the yes. And Forager, a comic by Nielsen. What would you do if you woke up with a strange place surrounded not by your loved ones, but nothing, a lot of nothing? You probably wouldn't take it well. You turn to what's familiar, a small comfort, a reminder, something pointless, but priceless. With everything you love is gone, what is left but your memories? But memories aren't reliable. They morph and with every collection. They become something new. Does that mean our memories aren't reliable? Isn't that pleasant enough? It's scary. Is that what you think about when you're alone? What do you do when you find yourself alone with your memories? Do you seek to relieve them? Do you seek new ones? Are there wrong answer? Answer. Is there a wrong answer? What would you do if you woke up surrounded by memories, new and old, only to lose them all again? What would you do? I don't know, just start foraging, I guess. Would you give up? It'd be understandable if you did. Eh. Would you seek comfort in the past? Would you return to time when all you knew was happiness? This is good enough, you'd say. My memories are all I need. But just like the past, your dreams would crumble and end. You find that you're unsatisfied with the remains of your previous life, previous as it was, pure and real. It's over. What if I can have both and you think to yourself, this thought gives you strength. It gives you rest. To forge your own path, you must helpfully it keeps you busy. What would you do if you lost everything over and over? You'd keep trying, wouldn't you? No matter how long it took, you build a new future on the foundation of your memories. And learn more about Forager at hopfrog.net. These are some fun comics, actually. New game modes. So that's not something you can read. Now we're gonna keep it at original. Cosmetic pack, concept art. What do you mean? Oh, a broken bridge to another biome. Originally, Forager was going to be a giant open world kind of game. Nice. This is a very first tile set concept, a gas game. Out with back then there was going to be secrets hidden all over the place. Eventually I came up with the idea of buying islands. The islands territory that was just so much fun. In the end, I'm glad I made that choice, especially since BOTW came out. I don't know what that is. Shortly after, and basically did the whole open game world thing much better than whatever Gas and I could have done. Also, Gas person. Alright, so mountain region, broken bridge leading to another biome. Zelda-like grass fields. Alright. Gas drew this amazing concept art piece for the initial grass island area. That evil-looking tower on the right was supposed to be a puzzle in which you had to figure out how to destroy it before a death laser was fired at you from the top of the insta-kill. I eventually scrapped the design, but used this idea for the watchers in the desert biome and in the ancient tomb. I don't know the ancient tomb. And in the ancient tomb. So just watchers. Yeah, those are pretty fun. They drop like that metal and coins or something. They have also death laser, but they do like 2 hearts of damage or something, or 1 heart. But they don't stop until you're far enough or behind the object. Well, if you're behind the object, they will keep going, it just can't hit you. This is an early concept of the desert biome. You can even see the ancient tomb dungeon on this one. Pretty nice. To be fair, I'd say Forager yourself looks way better than this, but it isn't a bad drawing. But this one does look pretty nice actually. It's just that the character, look down there, slaying some ghosts, and that looks kind of goofy. This one is my favorite pieces of concept art. Gas made this so we could start exploring graveyard biome ideas. After I played Minish Cap for way too long one night, ghosts were supposed to be the main enemy of this area, but when Gas drew the first ever ghost in sprite art, it looked so cute that I just needed to have him as a little friendly NPC. I thought it would be funny if the little guy was trying to get your help to get a bit scarier to cute. That is the NPC I helped, I remember. That was the NPC that asked for like devil horns and that skull. That is fun. They actually added it, nice. Not bad. Alright. Star Drew made me love the idea of a museum that could be filled with rare artifacts. I told Gas we should do something like that and almost immediately came up with a bunch of cool designs for it. Now I actually kind of want to see how Stardew is. I mean, I haven't played Stardew yet, but I actually want to kind of play the game Stardew now. Curious how that goes. The flower press. After a closed beta was playable for a while, we realized we had a really bad iron ore storage problem. What do you mean, storage problem? Iron deposits would just randomly stop spawning and players would run out of it quickly. The game needed industrial structure that would turn flowers and herbs surplus into basic minerals. I asked Gas to come up with a weird building that would allow players to recycle flowers into iron ore, and the crazy genius came up with this flower press that would crush flowers into iron ore. I'm not a scientist, but that sounded about right. Eventually, the iron shortage bug was fixed, but the flower press was here to stay. I'm actually happy that they keep the flower press, because sometimes it is kind of annoying to get sand and this and that, so I am happy with that. But I don't know how a flower press can make iron ore. Like, the game logic is just not right. I guess that's how game logic works. These are very early concepts for what would become the angry boar enemy, and also everyone's favorite poop collecting fox. Yeah, I knew when I saw that fox it was that poop collector. I don't know why he wants to collect poop, but alright, who cares. I don't really like that enemy, but he does drop a lot of leather, which is sometimes annoying to get, so at the end I am actually pretty happy with it. These are the first concepts of the ancient tomb boss, which has always been my favorite boss in Forager. It is a pretty nice boss, just also a little bit hard to defeat, definitely in the void. The ancient tomb was actually the first ever dungeon I designed, and you can tell this by the several mistakes and inconsistencies when you can find. I bet you got stuck here at least once. You do get stuck because it isn't easy, but it is possible. So that's kind of the whole point of a puzzle, you know? So I think you made it perfect. Despite its faults, it still holds a special place in my heart as my first ever attempt at a Zelda Esqui dungeon. I don't know what that is. Alright, these are the first 2 pieces of concept art John Nielsen sent me. I found about John by randomly browsing Twitter. He made Flint Hook fan art that blew me away. Something about the style and the colors, I loved it. I knew I had to hire that guy to work with the cover art for Forager. At the time, I was running out of money, and this was way before Patreon donations. Luckily, John agreed to work with me at a very reasonable price. I promised myself I would hire him more if Forager ever become financial success. We have been working together ever since. This is indeed some pretty good art, to be fair. And the last one, Forager. We were working on the game hard. I barely noticed that it was getting popular. More and more people were interested in my little dream game. The project I had been working on for years. Eventually, I realized we needed a programmer. I needed a proper. I don't know why I said proper or programmer. I needed a proper game logo, so I asked Gas to draw a concept. Someone's at the door. Sorry, guys. I still remember where we were, and so we're gonna keep reading now. This was what he made. It was almost perfect. Somewhere along the way, we got rid of the hammers, so we replaced that one with a sword in the logo. The rest of it's history. I don't even remember the Forager logo, so this is the only thing I remember of it right now. So for me, the hammer is where it's supposed to be. Forager comic 2. Why? That's an annoying one. Hello, friend. You are perfect, and I love you forever. Hey, goodbye, friend. I'll remember you until I die. That's kind of sus. This is the end. Hey, thank you, friend. You're my favorite thing ever. I'll miss you. Being away from you is hard. Life is pain. Wow, this is amazing. Thank you, friend. I don't deserve your kindness. Oh my god. Bro. Oh no. I love you, friend. And yeah, that is pretty awesome. And I destroyed those guys the first time I saw them. Oh my god! Alright. But that's actually a very nice and interesting story. We still got 2 more stories or little updates like this. You cannot really press them to go. Which for that I need to reach level 75 in one of the games. This is 54. I'm already 62, level 62. What do you mean? Like hours that you have to be playing? I don't know. Well, I hope you liked the video. That was a few nice thingies. And the second we have unlocked these 2, we're also gonna read them if it's something you can read, because some like these and these isn't something you can really read. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and bye. That's a very wholesome and interesting story.